Tim Wood here at MVC Sports Today. We are with another one of our weekly MVP winners, here with Lydia Pendleton of the Red Rangers, the Methuen-Tewksbury Red Rangers hockey team. Lydia, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Really appreciate you joining us here on MVC Sports Today. Red Rangers have definitely been hot. Four wins in a row before the tie. Yeah, well, tie, but you guys got the win. Doesn't count, but it certainly counts in terms of finishing the game, right?
Yes, of course.
How do you feel in terms of this overtime? The way that they're testing it out. Is it better to have a winner, or because it doesn't technically count? Is that frustrating, or?
It's a little frustrating, but there definitely has been times where we were so tired that having overtime was very difficult to do. 5 extra minutes is really a long time, especially when you're out there every other shift doing all you can to do what you can do.
Everybody's like, 5 minutes, not that long. But like you said, when you've been going, and 5 more minutes is like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
But you guys pulled it out. You guys pulled it out yesterday. In terms of bragging rights, how are you feeling in terms of how the team's coming together?
I think we've been playing really good. We've only gotten better. Our teammates have been stepping up. Some of the new girls have really been playing as hard as they possibly can, definitely improving, never going downhill. Our games have definitely been stronger and harder and great.
You are one of the senior leaders of the team. You were one of the strong. Okay, so we always had the certain ones in the box score, but you were one of the strong supporting cast of the state title team. What has it been like, kind of filling that scoring void, filling that leadership void? And still kind of making sure this isn't kind of a rebuilding year, that you're just kind of reloading?
It's definitely been difficult to lose some of our top scorers and top playmakers, but I think a bunch of us, including Jess and Ryan and me, have been stepping up to get those goals that we really need, because that's where we struggle the most. But we've been pulling it off and doing it pretty well.
It was talk to Jessica. Jessica was also one of the weekly winners, and we were talking about how, like, that the goal felt like really small in the summer and to start the season, like almost like when you're watching the between, the intermission contest at the Bruins, where they got that little slot that you got to try to get the puck through.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way in terms of, like, just kind of the team breaking through and kind of getting in the scoring column regularly?
Yeah, the beginning of the season it was tough, but we worked on it a lot in practice, and it became not this imagination, but it was for real, and we have been doing pretty well since we broke through.
Awesome. So your family's got some history with hockey. Your dad played. What's your dad's name?
Fred.
Fred. All right, and then your older brother Freddie. He played as well. He played. You said he played for Shawsheen?
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah, he didn't play all 4 years though.
Okay. So, but there's hockey in the blood there.
Yes.
What made you want to get on the ice? Was it just kind of watching them, or something about hockey, something about the sport that really drew you?
I think in the beginning it was kind of forced by my dad, but I ended up really liking it and had to continue doing it.
Where was it where it was like, it became like, I like this? Like, what is it about hockey that you like the most?
Definitely the competition. I love being tough and trying my best and always pushing through to do as much as I can.
Would you say that, do you like the hitting, or do you like the evading the hitting?
I am personally not a big hitter. I angle a lot and push, but I don't hit much. So
So you take more joy in avoiding the hit, in kind of juking them out, right?
Yeah.
um, in terms, when did you start to think, okay, I this is more than just something I like to do. I'm doing on the weekends and having fun with. Like I want to play. I want to play club. I want to play. I want to take this to another level.
Probably when I started playing club besides like town league, I was probably around 12 or something like that. But I started playing more often, more practices, more games. It was much more competitive, and it was very fun to do that. And I had to continue.
When you and the Methuen Tewksbury program really started to take off. Had you known Sarah at all? Had you known Coach Terry at all before she took over?
I heard some about her. I heard how she was an excellent coach, and but not much, just that she was a good coach, and I was excited to meet her.
What tell me what it's been like the last few years here in terms of just this team coming together.
It's been great. We've had very good opportunities to win it all, and we actually have won it all, and it's really fun. I enjoy everyone on the team, and I would not trade it for anything else.
For those who will never get to experience it, which is about 99% of us, what is it like to skate on the Boston Garden ice, on the TD Garden ice?
It's very surreal. You always watch the Bruins play there, and you're like, hey, maybe one time, and being able to play there twice is even better. It's very bright and exciting with all the fans watching.
I mean, it is. I mean, comparatively very bright. Like you said. I mean, do you almost feel like there's spotlights on you
Yeah,
on the ice
kind
there?
of.
Yeah. Um, the first year was a hard fought game. Just one of those games where it just like those little moments that kind of got away. What was it like avenging that and pulling it out last year?
The best way to recover from a loss is to win, and we needed to do it, and we pulled through, and we did it, and it felt amazing to actually win at the Garden because losing there is not fun.
Not fun. Yeah. I mean, awesome to play. And did you ever find yourself looking up at the jumbotron?
I think I didn't do much because I was so into the game and I couldn't really pay attention to what was around me. I really just had to focus on what we were doing.
You kind of taught, like, no matter what the surface, no matter what the environment. I mean, hockey's one of those sports where hockey fans are into it, and like
Yeah.
you can walk into some very unfriendly confines. So you're kind of taught to just zone in on the ice, right? So
Yeah.
no different at the Garden, but at the same time incredibly different. What have you seen from this team this year? Obviously got the target on your back as being the defending state champions, and really having an incredible run here the last couple of years. What have you seen from the? I mean, you guys have, like I said before, you've got this pedigree, but at the same time, you've got a completely different team, and you're finding a new identity within that team. What has it been like to see this team kind of grow on the run here?
Yeah, I think we've had some very impressive improvement. The beginning of the season, we were stuck in kind of a rut with some losses and ties, but once we finally broke through, we win some 4 games in a row, I think.
Yep.
Then we really kept it going and got much better as a team.
What's been your favorite part of this season so far?
I think my favorite part is getting to play with some different players. I've always played with very strong and talented players, but this year I am still playing with very talented players, but it's different to be playing with 2 new complete girls that I've never played with before. It's crazy to be able to see how we can all improve together and get better as the season goes on.
How, as you guys came into the season, I mean, did Coach Terry lean on you seniors a little bit more than usual, just in terms of just kind of setting the tone?
Yes, I think she always wants us to keep upbeat, always be positive for all of our underclassmen, and stay strong for everyone. Make sure we're moving in the right direction.
You you're looking at colleges. What colleges have you kind of zoned in on?
University of New England and UMass Lowell are my top two schools.
And you're thinking that you in some way or form want to keep playing hockey.
Yeah, hopefully club hockey.
Have you kind of zoned in career wise at all in terms of what you're going to these schools for?
Yeah, I'm planning on studying exercise science undergrad and physical therapy postgrad.
Nice. Why physical therapy? Why is that kind of you zoning in on that?
Um, I think when I first decided is when I actually had to go to a physical therapist because I was injured, so I kind of liked how it went and just thought it'd be a good career choice.
When was that in terms of
It
the injury?
was my sophomore year at the Garden is when I got injured.
Oh, really?
The last 5 minutes of the game I couldn't play.
Oh, wow. Okay. And how long was the rehab there?
It wasn't too bad. It was probably 2 months, but it was just a strain in my ACL and MCL.
Okay. So yeah, that's not the spot. that's
Yeah.
that's the tricky spot for sure. Um, when did you know you were ready to kind of like take the hits or really get ready to get back hardcore with it once you were rehabbing the injury?
It took some time. I was definitely scared to play and get hit for a little bit, but I think as the next season came on, I really knew I had to step it up and just push through and do it, and I got through it just fine.
What's it like having playing for two schools?
It's a lot of fun. You get to meet new girls and get to have special bonds with people that aren't from your town, which not other people get to really experience.
Is is it harder building a team or is it easier because you're kind of forced to?
I think I think it's easier. Everyone wants to get to know each other and have a lot of fun because hockey is a very long season and you have to like everyone and it's a little forced, but then you start to enjoy it after a while.
Who are the teammates that you look up to the most that have been or the ones that you've played with the most up through the years?
Ryan Quinn is definitely a girl that I've played with since I started. We've been playing ever since we were 3.5 or 4, and she's always someone that we have a very competitive side. We like to challenge each other a little bit, but we're always there to help each other out.
You definitely had the scoring advantage on her earlier in the season. She had a 3 assist game, then she had a goal and a couple assists last night. So she's coming on.
She had a very long, nice game.
Um, so did you play club hockey together?
Yes, we did.
Nice. Now, what club do you play for?
We played for the Vipers for I think 3 years, and now we play for the North Suburban Wings.
North Suburban Wings. Okay. Where do you guys play out of?
It's a rink in Essex, I believe, somewhere around there. But it's a very new rink and it's nice.
For those who don't play hockey, I mean it's a very unique um, community, and it's unique in terms of just the equipment, in terms of the the travel and just finding the ice time. I mean, what's the most unique thing that you can tell folks who don't play hockey in terms of just what makes it special?
your connection with everyone on the team. You have to trust everyone and you have to kind of read their minds sometimes to know where they're going on the ice and everything that they're doing. So I think the connection that you make with your teammates is very important thing that we do, and it's a very special experience.
So as I mentioned, we spoke earlier to Jessica Driscoll, and we spoke about Ryan and spoke about what happened. I mean, for you guys as teammates, um, how 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 did you guys handle and help her once the news came through?
Yeah, we're always there for her, trying to keep her upbeat. We went to her brother's wake and we all wore our jerseys to help support. And her parents were very grateful that we all went. And we're always just there for her, always able to talk to her. I drive her to and from practice a lot of the time, so we get to be very close.
It definitely seems the Memorial game was an awesome experience for the family, and it 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 seems as unthinkable as a tragedy as it is. She's able to smile and think of the good memories now, and kind of past the 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 constant sorry for your loss sort of moments, right?
Yeah, she's a very strong girl. She doesn't cry much, which is very impressive because I would not be able to do that if I were in her shoes.
Yeah,
And
it's and she mentioned she's very competitive with she's got a competition going with Jake Doucette from Central, and
yeah.
is there anyone, whether it's on the team or within the league, is there anybody that you're like competitive with in terms of just how you guys compete?
Um, well, we all are very competitive with, of course, Andover. All of our teams are just, we love to play them, try to beat them. It's always back and forth, and it's really fun to play with them.
You've
And
got
we know some of the girls on the team, so
you guys tied them earlier in the season.
yes.
You got a home game coming up against them on February 1st. So
Yep.
um, what in terms of being from Tewksbury, what's it like that Methuen's your home ice? It
Sometimes,
seems to me it's right down the road. You guys, it seems like I have a lot of folks traveling to the games.
yeah, we always have our parents going there. We have our friends showing up. It's not too bad of a ride, but we do it every day. And if we can do it 6 times a week, our parents can do it 2 times a week. And it's not too bad at all.
All right, so I've taken up enough time here on an off day. Again, Lydia Pendleton from the Red Rangers hockey team joining us. Before I let you go, shout outs that you want to give to family or friends or teachers or anyone that's kind of helped you along the path here, get to this spot in the twilight of your high school career.
I can thank my dad for forcing me to play hockey and Sarah Terry for always pushing me to be my best.
What would you say is the biggest thing for a 4 or 5 year old getting on the ice for the first time? What would you say the biggest thing in terms of getting to know the sport and learning the sport? What would you the biggest piece of advice you'd give somebody?
You just have to keep trying. It's very difficult to start. Learning how to skate is not an easy task to do, but you just have to keep standing up and keep pushing.
How many packs of ice did you go through in terms of when you were learning?
Well, we have our pads on, so it's not too bad, but definitely a few bruises here and there.
Um, in terms of just the student athlete mix, what's the biggest thing you'd tell folks in terms of just kind of managing being a student, an athlete, kind of finding that balance?
It's sometimes difficult to get all your schoolwork done, but also having practice. But school is definitely over hockey, sadly, and you have to get it done. If you have some extra help you have to do, then you have to go. And our coach doesn't get mad at it at all.
What do you do? What do you do to get away from hockey? What do you do for fun to kind of get away from school or get away from hockey?
We like to hang out with our friends. We tend to go to some concerts together and just do some fun stuff to get away from it.
What's the best concert you've been to?
Oh, that's a tough one. Maybe Sam Hunt.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. At the Garden.
I haven't been to the garden, but I went to a place up north in New Hampshire.
Meadowbrook. The
No, it was Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, they used to call it, yeah, in Guilford.
Yes.
Yep. I used to live in Laconia, so I know
Yeah,
that
I
area
have a
well.
condo up there.
What'd you say?
I have a condo up there.
Oh, nice, nice. Do you guys ski?
Yeah, we ski and we have a boat on the lake.
Oh, nice. Winnipesaukee?
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, Lydia, pleasure speaking to you. Congratulations on all the success. What was it like in terms of just this vote and kind of seeing the vote come together and you know getting out the vote?
I definitely did not expect to be nominated at all, but I was very happy that I did, and somehow I pulled through and got it.
A very loyal fan base, and your athletic directors, your coaches, all the parents, they got the word out for sure. All your friends and well deserved. And again, appreciate the time here. Wish you nothing but success as you close out your senior year here, and we'll be watching the Red Rangers throughout the rest of the season here.
Thank you.
That's Lydia Pendleton here on MVC Sports Today.